Friends, relatives, strangers, and enemies, welcome yet again to another episode of the Texas Conservative Channel, where I keep track of the news. I keep track of the news for my fellow citizens. I keep track of the news for my fellow citizens because it's important to our country. It's important that I point out the flaws of the Democrat Party, and that is what I'm here to do on Stickum.com, on YouTube, and on MySpace, and soon to be even more avenues of message. And for those of you who are interested in knowing about what's going on in the United States government, this is the place to be. This is where I bring it to you. This is where I put my time and effort into pointing out the flaws of the Democratic Party and how they hurt America. Now, obviously, you know, in talking about the news, I have to talk about some things that have happened to me comparatively, as I've talked about what's going on in the news as well. I can remember one time I assaulted a guy who sold me a vehicle, and he wouldn't come across the title. I kept going back, trying to get the title, and eventually I went back and told him that I needed my money back, and he could have his truck back, or he's going to have to come up with a title or something. And he attacked me, and I beat the living shit out of him. And when the police arrested me, they told me that I had the right to remain silent. You know, I'm an American citizen, a legitimate American citizen, and I got arrested for beating a dude up, and the police officers told me that I had the right to remain silent. Now, isn't it strange where a person like me who loves America, you know, who has the right to remain silent, and I did. Isn't it strange where combatants who want to destroy America can have that same privilege? What's the world come to when such is the case? You know, like the terrorist who was recently trying to blow up the airliner on Christmas Day. You know, he was giving them information. He was telling them locations of Al-Qaeda, training camps in Yemen, in Afghanistan, and elsewhere. He was spilling out the information until he was told that he had the right to remain silent. Somebody in there is fucking up. And obviously that's why I got it pointed out. I mean, when we'll put somebody like me, who's perfectly healthy, who doesn't need any health insurance, you know, I pay my own medical bills, when they're willing to put me in jail and fine me, and let Al-Qaeda members out of jail, there's no matter how you slice it, there's something fucking wrong with that picture. And the people within the Barack Obama administration know it, and I'm here to point it out. I'm not going to let that slide by. No, sir, not here on the Texas Conservative Channel. You know, I got to talk about these things. I got to talk about the screw-ups of the Democrat Party, of Barack Obama and his fellow Democrats. You know, I've always said, you know, and I try to tell people, you know, hey man, I told y'all so. I told y'all if y'all elected Barack Obama that this was going to happen. I have always said that socialnomics, Barack Obamanomics, where you teeter with tears of communist economic philosophy, which is what Barack Obama is doing, trying to make it like icing around the edges. I mean, he's not going to be able to get it in. Such economics causes about 3 percentage points drop a year in the unemployment rate. Meaning he's been in there, you know, we were at 7% when Bush was in office. Now we're at 10%. Socionomics. 3 percentage points a year, the unemployment rate will rise. So, at the end of 2009, Barack Obama's first year, we're at 10%. If the current Barack Obama economic policies, the socionomics, continue, then by the end of 2010, we'll be at 13% unemployment rate. I predict this. This will happen unless we start, lowering taxes on businesses, actually stimulating the economy. And at the end of 3 years, it would be at 16%. Meaning after 4 years of Barack Obama's socialist economic policies, of debt and red ink and higher economic burden on the American people, that after 4 years it'd be 16% unemployment rate. So if something doesn't change, that's what's going to happen. And of course, you heard it here on the Texas Conservative channel. I have to point that out. And this is the reason why Barack Obama's approval ratings are dropping. It's the unemployment rate. It's the failures in national security policy. It's the putting Americans in jail, trying to put them in jail and fine them for not having any health insurance. It's the government approach. If he wants the government to take over, the healthcare system. And it's this arrogance, to get in front of the American people in the State of the Union address and tell everybody that they can't vote no just because they can. They can't say no just because they can. You better come off it, Mr. President. Bill Maher, Sean Penn, and all your Hollywood liberal elitists, you better tell your fellow elitist brother that crap is ridiculous. He cannot tell me no. I can tell Kay Bailey Hutchinson and Senator John Cornyn to sit there and say no to health care and that bullshit till hell freezes over. So don't let the president try to stick it in our face. It's ridiculous. And it's dealing with Iran. Talking about he thinks we're doing good in national security. Iran is deploying missiles all up and down that coast. Iran is on the verge of attacking Israel. And, the president will go before the American people and say he's going to deal with it. He's going to deal with Iran. And his words were, I promise. Well, we're going to see, Mr. President, you're screwing up on everything else. And I'm going to point it out here on the Texas Conservative channel. He keeps saying progressives. It's the progressives that's trying to screw America. It's the progressives that's hanging out with the communists. So don't listen to the president of America. It's bullcrap. Instead, come here and listen to the Texas Conservative channel. I'm just a click away. I'm a click away. I'm a click away. So that's why you need to come here. Couple of words: stimulus. Something that encourages a process to begin or develop. President ain't done jack shit. What is that? Jack shit. Jack shit means nothing. Stimulus means doing something. So I'm tired of hearing about the stimulus package. It is the jack shit package. It is the raise taxes on the American people package. So people quit listening to Obama. And he keeps using the word transparency. He wants a different tone. He wants to be transparent. So then, the definition of transparent, obvious, and easy to recognize. Something easily recognizable is what he, she, or it really is. Well, hell, you've achieved that. It is your transparency. It is clear to the American people you're a screw-up. And that's why the poll numbers are dropping. It is clear that you're screwed up on energy. You're screwed up on the 5 American fundamentals: energy, taxes, Second Amendment rights, national security, and national missile defense. And of course, Barack Obama lovers, if you want to be pissed off, if you want to get mad, if you want to hear the truth about your boy, come here and I'll point it out to you, because I leave no stone unturned. I leave no Democrat, liberal, elitist unchallenged. I'm going to take you all on. And that's why you got to come here. Come here and learn the truth. Friends, relatives, and strangers, I can help you out. I'm doing this for you. I'm pointing out the flaws of the Democrat Party for you, the flaws of Barack Obama for you. I'm pointing out how he is a terrorist sympathizer, how he's trying to let him off the hook. I'm pointing it out for you. And enemies, you can come here to have your heart rate go up. Come here to clog your arteries. Spread the knowledge forth that I am on your ass. And I'm going to point it out till hell freezes over. And that's what I do here on the Texas Conservative channel. Come on back. Don't let this be the last of it. Because I don't mind doing this. I don't mind pointing out that I love America and how I think the Democrats are trying to screw it. You come on back to the next episode, folks. And we'll see you then. Have a good one.